The following is a disclaimer. Ben or Dan is not affiliated with the real Ben, Dan, or TYTD reviews. Any relation is purely coincidental and is not intended as disparagement of the real Ben and Dan. Thank you and enjoy the video. You're not supposed to laugh during a disclaimer. That's very, very serious. That's a very serious bit that has to be done legally.
Ben, are you ready to watch A View to a Kill?
We're doing our Chris Walken voices now, getting him out of our system.
Getting it out of the way.
Dan, you gotta understand, you gotta watch the movie. It's crazy.
Crazy film. Last adventure of James T. Jimmy Bond, Roger Moore, man.
It's like Schwarzenegger. Everyone has their Schwarzenegger voice. Everyone has their Walken voice.
Yes.
Just one of those voices.
Ah, yes, absolutely. And welcome to the Comedy Dining Experience with me and Ben.
You're watching this.
We're back on the Bond yet again. And
Just your beanbag.
We are saying goodbye to the lovable, charismatic charmer that is Roger Moore.
The end of an era.
End of an era. Final adventure of Roger Moore, James Bond.
I'm comfy now. We can do it.
We're on our way.
We can do the video now. I'm comfy.
Ben, how are you feeling?
I'm great. This is going to be a doozy.
This is. It's been in my waking thoughts. It's now my sleep paralysis demon.
So it's weird really because like so far in the 80s, Bond, it's been a bit of a confused era for Bond. We've had the misguided but noble experiment that was for your eyes only.
Yes.
We've had the uneven, sort of directionless Octopussy.
Yes.
And now for this film, they've said, fuck it, we're going back to Moonraker era campness, silliness, cranked up to 11 with about 15% of the charm of Moonraker.
And I think it comes to something when that sounds like an understatement for what I sat through. Because this is something special. So we'll get it.
Well, why don't we just let it unfold?
Hit play and get going. So we're on a black screen.
No time like the present.
Beautiful Blu-ray copy, and we're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, and play.
Let's go. Raw. I'm going to turn it down a bit.
Second Raw.
So that MGM don't sue us. So there we go. There's our little legal disclaimer. First and only time, I believe, that's been used on a Bond film.
Yeah, wasn't it because there was an actual company called Zorin?
There was a fashion company called Zoran. Wasn't spelt the same way, but I guess and I don't think the company actually contacted them. I'm guessing someone in a legal department noticed it and went, oh shit, we better say something.
Did the owner of the company have a blimp?
Yes, and he did try to drug horses and blow up Silicon Valley. So
okay,
I think they thought that's a bit too close to your real life. Speaks Russian.
Well, that's helpful. Shouts from below. Brilliant, thank you.
Don't just read the subtitles.
These are the most.
That's not good commentary.
These are the most passive subtitles. Yeah, words are said. So what? That is an audio recorder.
The subtitlers didn't know Russian, evidently, and I'm fairly certain that Roger Moore never stepped foot in Siberia or Iceland or anywhere of the location shooting that was done for this bit.
No, he did not.
No.
As clearly illustrated by the fact that his bones aren't smashing every time he does any of these various movements.
So here's the 97-year-old Roger Moore.
Yes.
Looking very spry for his age.
I'm looking very nimble for somebody whose bones must hurt at this point.
Do you want to know how old he was when he did this film?
Go on.
57.
Oh, Jesus. Wasn't Sean Connery younger when he left his role?
Sean Connery was 52 when he made Never Say Never Again.
Blimey.
Just put that into context for you.
Yeesh. Oh, brilliant. Clips.
The microchip. It's the 80s, so everything now is about microchips.
Excellent.
Oven chips.
and
McCain's chips.
And now the Russians are evil for some reason as well.
The only chips I know are the ones I have on my toes. I don't understand this fancy jargon. I will say this, for everything this film gets not right, I do love the music.
Yes, the soundtrack's amazing.
This little bit from John Barry, this little motif, is great. The
speaking of amazing soundtrack,
he does a pretty good job.
Oh yeah, no, the score throughout this is amazing.
Yeah,
it's really solid.
You even got that typical 80s touch of the overdriven electric guitar. Oh, hang on. Is this the...
Yeah.
Speaking of good music...
Of amazing soundtrack choices. coming in imminently.
It comes up when you least suspect it.
It does, and it made me laugh for right the way through to the titles.
So we should explain that in a moment. Oh, well, first we got to watch some action work here from definitely Roger Moore, who's definitely doing that.
Yes.
Aye! That's what the subtitle. Aye, rants.
Aye! Oh, crappy piece of crappy crap.
That was the actual line. Ah, rants.
What was he doing? A Scooby-Doo impression, looking for ants?
Yes.
Ah,
Oh, that is some great projection work.
Oh God.
The Roger Moore era. This is his 7th film. They still can't figure out how to do the projection stuff.
They still refuse.
They stubbornly refuse.
Yes. It's not enough to learn. Oh God, here we go. So what's up, guys? Oh Jesus.
Do you remember when you first watched this a while ago and you messaged me saying you thought there was something wrong with your copy?
Yes.
Because you're like, it doesn't sync up in any way.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't work.
And it just sort of appears.
Yes, it just happens. What were they thinking?
That was Dan's James Rolfe moment. What were they thinking?
What?
This movie is a bucket of poopy butts.
Poopy diarrhea ass butts. Just what?
It's not even the original version as well. It's a cover.
Yeah.
By someone.
They probably just got the Beach Boys back
And
in.
here's the thing, right? It's like a very, very brief snatch, and then we're back to the John Barry music.
Yes.
It's as if someone changed the radio. As if, bored of this now. What's on? Oh, Absolute FM, sweet.
Ace.
Wish they all could be careless. Never mind. Yeah.
You can tell that the 80s are in full force because this is actually the cocaine budget for the film.
Oh yeah, that's not Snow.
No. This is actually the Bond set.
This is the offices of United Artists.
They repurposed the Bond set in the 80s to store the cocaine.
This is the offices of United Artists in 1985.
Yes.
Oh dear. Oh no, muffled cries.
Oh no.
Those are the worst kind of cries.
Oh God, just...
Oh, don't
Bad
worry.
projection.
Well, you know, when you're a spy in by the way, he's meant to be in Siberia, which is in Russia.
Oh, right.
It's really good to have not just a hidden submarine, but one that's got your fucking flag on it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
if the door pops up,
You know, you're meant to be a spy. No one's meant to know you're there.
Anyway, I suppose they were supposed to be friends.
Quickly, to the Brexit sub.
Why does it smell in here?
You know what? If you were going to do like a parody of the Roger Moore era openings, you'd include all these things. Like, it's got everything. It's got absurd action sequence. It's got a 98-year-old Roger Moore.
Yes.
It's got very incongruous music choices. And he inexplicably gets off with a girl at the end of it.
At the very end of it.
A girl who we don't see ever again, by the
No.
way. She's just here to be shagged.
Shagged Girl in Submarine.
Because
that was
that
her
is-
official title.
That is the purpose of women in these films.
It's amazing that Roger was able to perform after all these years. Oh, cheeky.
Harassment. Well, why not just get a plane?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, everyone can clearly see that's not an iceberg
Yeah.
because it's moving.
Oh, and what
Here we-
must be one of my favourite Bond intros to date so far.
I will say this. It's better than the last few efforts.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's actually got some oomph to it.
And this is another one I mentioned in The Spy Who Loved Me. It's another one where the actual official film mix is really hard to find. Like
It's very... I'm a big fan of... It's a weird thing, this. I'm a big fan of the production. I'm just not a fan of the song.
Oh, no, I quite like the song.
I think the song's a bit crap. But it's so 1985.
Yeah.
Everything about it, the beefed up fucking synthesized drums.
The weird neon sort of aesthetic
Oh, yeah.
of the art style.
Oh, I mean, I meant the song, but yeah, the title sequence, I agree, definitely comes
Yeah.
under that same thing. Yeah, so apparently this came about because John Taylor from Duran Duran, to give him their true name, said to Albert R. Broccoli at some Hollywood soiree drunkenly, said something like, "Why do you get someone good to do your theme music?" I guess Albert Broccoli must have agreed because he called them up and got them to do it. And apparently John Barry absolutely hated working with them.
Oh, right.
Said they were a nightmare. None of them were speaking to each other in the studio. I guess they were having one of their weird periods. Because you got to think, when you do a Bond theme, if you're a musician, it's sort of like you're at the height of your commercial power, really, aren't
Yeah.
you? And Duran Duran would have been fucking
Huge at this time.
enormous.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this would have been the start of their US rise. But yeah, I quite like this song. I think it's quite catchy. I think it's better than All Time High or
Yeah, but
Scenery.
it's all right. But I'm thinking like I only like it in contrast to the last few ones we've had
Yeah,
because it's actually got a bit of life into it.
yeah, and they've also reused stock footage from The Spy Who Loved Me there.
Well, whatever. And I love the literal titles.
Yes.
Okay, so I've got a song where the lyric goes, "Dance into the fire." What should we do with the titles? I know.
Put a woman in a fire. You see, the thing is,
Sorted, done.
watching this, I could see them doing a really decent job of it if they were to do a modern take of it. Because I could see, you could see that kind of like CGI fire sweeping across the screen.
Get Daniel Kleinman or someone in to do it.
Yeah.
Maurice been doing his pervy silhouette women are back.
What I want to know is, why are they doing all the skiing stuff when it's not in the rest of the film in any way, shape, or form, really?
Because, Dan. So anyway, Duran Duran. The music video for this song is really good, as in the actual... Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I watched it literally last night for the
Really?
first time with all the weird floaty flying cameras.
It's got that funny little ending where it's like, the name's Bond. Simon Le Bond.
Yes.
I guess that would have been the first, because we're very firmly now into the MTV generation, aren't we?
We are, yes. MTV,
So-
would have been pretty big around now.
So that was the first promo video for a Bond song, as it were. And it's pretty good. I like that they made an effort to actually tie it in with the film, like they shot it in Paris. Like you were saying just now, it's got all the weird video effects with the flying thing, and
They actually intercut shots from the film in there, like Bond running up the
well, yeah,
Eiffel Tower.
they do a thing of like he's like intercut with the actual Paris sequence.
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
Cut from energetic, youthful 80s Duran Duran to old man.
To the oldest things in the world.
Old man in office.
Not my style. Maybe another time.
And we're saying goodbye here to Lois Maxwell's Moneypenny.
Really?
This is her last go at the role.
Oh, that's a shame.
Bear in mind that in terms of cast, she's the only one that's been in them all since Doctor No.
Very true.
So after this, it's like, yeah.
Oh, that's a real shame. She's been a quite prominent feature throughout.
This is what I heard. I don't know how much of this is true, but she said that she would be interested. She would have been interested in being promoted to M.
Yeah.
And apparently they said, oh, no one would believe a female M. Cut to literally 10 years later. And you get Judi Dench playing M.
Have you seen this 007? I've made K9. Master.
It would have been much better if A, it was used in the actual film for any purpose.
Yes.
Apart from the end, which we will get to.
Yes.
And B, if he actually just did cast, K9.
Yeah, Bond. This is my only friend.
I say, Master, here comes Grace Jones. Oh my. She's going to mount you, Bond.
Careful, K9. Sorry. It'd be even better if it had Q's voice. It's his only friend in the world. He built it himself.
Oh, poor Q just stuck in that wacky laboratory all day. That wacky taxpayer-funded laboratory.
Exploding scientists.
Exploding people. Now, the modern toaster, which of course I'm an expert on, was invented in 1845 by John Toaster.
My goodness, Bond. Do you know what this means?
He's an expert on being an alcoholic and toast.
I forget now. I think I've understood the main question. Does Super Nasty Evil Tory cunt turn up in this one as well?
Well, he's right there, stood next to Bond.
I've just answered my question.
And in a minute, they're going to he's going to do his thing again, which he does in every fucking appearance, where they say the name of the bad guy and they go, Max Zorin? No, he can't be evil. He's rich.
Zorin? He owns all the computer chips. He's a really lovely bloke, and I let him have my missus. He's brilliant, no trouble.
You are not to touch him ever.
Yes, you're right about the last four, but this one I've got a really good feeling about.
They literally suss out who the baddie is in Real 1, so there's no...
Yeah. I mean, they couldn't really, pick it up in Real 2 and go, but is he? He definitely is.
Here we go. A staunch anti-communist with influential friends in the government. He can't be possibly evil. He's rich. And rich men, as we've established many times, cannot be evil. Ever.
I've only just realised the reason why they mention he's strongly anti-communist is to hint at the fact that he has an Aryan bloodline, which he does.
And because, even though we're in 1985 and the Cold War was starting to wind down and come to an end, not fully, but it was, I think Gorbachev was in power by this point.
Yes.
So, and he was making sort of steps towards a relationship with the West and sort of bringing all that to an end. I only realised watching this recently that they referenced the film My Fair Lady.
Oh, yeah.
And Moneypenny's like, move your art. But then it's a Bond film, so they can't have to say, arse. Now, Bond, time for some expositionary dialogue. That is your baddie, go get him, the end.
Do they have any eggs? Thank God, I'm not doing that again.
And there's our baddie, Christopher Walken. Let's talk about Christopher Walken. Originally, the part was going to go to David Bowie.
Really?
Yep, straight up David Bowie, and they offered it to him, and he said no.
Understandable. I mean,
so he made Labyrinth instead, which is a far, far better film.
Oh, yeah. Well, that being
like,
said, though, David Bowie and Grace Jones in a film together would have been a positive coup.
He went, no, fuck that, I'm going to go work with Muppets.
They're easier to get on with.
They're easier to get on with than Grace Jones. Yeah, he was asked about it, and they said that they offered it to him, and he read the script, and he said, this is fucking rubbish. And he had no interest in it.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because A, he was right, that the script probably was rubbish, and B, he would have been pretty good in this role as a cold, like, psycho man.
Yes. And also, you can see in Walker's sort of bleach blonde hair and stuff like that, they were trying to capture that sort of Bowie Let's Dance era.
I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, look, there's Patrick McGee.
Oh, looking very well.
This is the third time, by the way, that Bond has worked with someone from the Avengers.
Oh.
That's the old Avengers, by the way, not the... I'm not talking... All you kids listening, I'm not talking about the Avengers with
Robert Downey Jr.,
Captain America, Iron Man,
Peter Holland, or whatever his name is.
No. The Avengers from the 60s. Because he's worked with Honor Blackman, who was in it, Diana Rigg, of course, and now I've got Patrick McGee, the full set.
Oh. The triptych.
The triptych. That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
And we should talk about Grace Jones too,
yes.
who Roger Moore never had a single nice word for.
Really?
Nope, he hated her.
I mean, that is fairly understandable.
Yeah, and it's he never spoke about it, like for some reason, like he'd be asked about Grace Jones, and he made some comment about, my mother once said, if you have nothing nice to say about anyone, don't say anything. So, I'm not going to say anything about Grace Jones. Oof.
Wow.
And apparently, this is such a... This is what I read, and apparently this is such an old man complaint, but apparently Roger Moore liked to have a nap in the afternoon, and Grace Jones would like to play music dead loud in a trailer. And he told her to stop, and she said no. That's such a boomer fucking thing to fall out over, isn't it? It's literally like, you kicked your football over my gun, and you can't have it back.
She was listening to Duran Duran a little too loud, and now I'm not going to talk to her again.
It's such a boomer thing to fall out with someone over.
I can't understand why actor who had played the Saint and James Bond, loyalist to the Queen, probably conservative, Roger Moore, would have anything bad to say.
Roger Moore, to be fair, was conservative. I believe he always said that he voted conservative.
Yeah,
which I know is not cool, but I mean, he was an older man of an older generation,
yes.
So it's fair enough.
But I can't believe that he would have any problem with activist, left-wing, strong feminist Grace Jones, who once famously hit somebody on a chat show for...
Oh, Russell Harty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is shit. Put something else on.
I didn't know you had a copy of the script there. Or is that if you were Bond?
Yeah.
To be fair, that's what his face is saying. This is fucking rubbish. It's just a load of butterflies, mate.
When I came to Paris, I was told there would be burlesque.
Get some tarts on.
Yeah. He stands up so good.
Sit down, James. No. The first act of this film is hinged on a man drugging horses.
Yes.
Just wanted to establish that. That's our plot in this entry.
I mean, is it any better than
rubbish, mate? You can see the wires.
Shit, mate, off stage. Is it any better than the previous film where the first act was entirely hinged on a man might be faking eggs?
A man might... Was that the tagline of Octopussy?
Yes.
A man might be faking eggs.
Yes.
Bond has to stop him.
Or the premise of the...
Ah!
Oh, no.
Death by incredibly fake-looking butterfly.
Ah, mortis et papillon. Oh, God.
Shut up. That should have been the waiter's reaction. A man has died.
You'll have to see to my friend. He's dead.
A man has lost his life, you inconsiderate prick.
The important thing, though, is that butterfly show stopped. So in many ways, I win.
I can believe that 98-year-old James Bond can run all the way up the steps of the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That is definitely true.
Totally believable.
Ah!
Ow, my shoulder. Ow, my stomach.
He could have said
Ow,
something
my
like...
spine.
He could have said something there like, well, that was very fishy of you. Because she's got a fishing line.
Oh, God. This is typical, right? Old man gets... How did they get wrapped around his legs like that?
Because apparently she's Spider-Man. And she can do that.
I tell you what, Spy You Love Me era Roger Moore wouldn't have had a problem with this.
He'd be up the first flight and be like, oh, just give me a minute.
He'd only just started the Synatogen.
Oh. Can't you just grab that fishing line? I'll pull up it.
Yeah.
There we go. Uh-oh. Suicide!
Squirrel powers, activate!
They got in trouble. They nearly got in trouble with the Parisian authorities because obviously that's someone jumping off the Eiffel Tower. And all the stuntmen apparently really wanted to do it. And one of them did it without permission.
Oh.
I think they were just being like, what do you call it? Thrill seekers.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, why not? Just jump off one of the tallest fucking structures in the world.
So what I want to do in the director's cut...
That was definitely Roger Moore just then. Oh my God, the stunt double cuts in this film are amazing.
Hard cut to a black screen, all you hear is two cracking noises and ah! And then the Duran Duran starts up again.
That's another thing. That could be a drinking game for this film. How many times do we clearly see Roger Moore's stunt double?
Yes. How many times...
He'd be paralytic. It'd be worse than the Withel and I drinking game.
Oh yeah. How many times would Roger Moore have realistically broken every bone in his body doing this stunt at his age?
It's like you were saying to me a few weeks ago. We were talking about... remember we were talking about Terminator 2?
Yes.
You say like the HD restoration does that film no favours.
No.
I love the comedy Frenchman. Oh, my taxi. Oh, je sais quoi. Je me la sors.
Why did you take my taxi, you horrible Englishman?
Oh, I am so fucking French. It's unbelievable.
Oh, I am not
Like,
getting
look at that. Clearly not him. It's so obvious.
Oh, I will not get my deposit back now, monsieur.
That's like close-ups of his stunt guy. This film isn't starring Roger Moore. The credits should have said starring Roger Moore's stunt double.
Featuring Roger Moore.
that.
That was clearly not
He
him.
didn't even have the same colour hair.
No, it's still not him.
The hair's completely different. Just cuts as like a bald bloke.
It just cuts to me.
Come on. We gotta stop Mayday. Of course, it wouldn't be a wacky Bond chase without a wedding or some social function getting...
See, I thought that this was a pleasant callback to Live and Let Die with the New Orleans street dancers.
I don't think it's so much a callback so much as, boy, we're out of ideas.
Let's do this again. There are points in this film.
Oh, he's even got the comedy chefs coming at him.
Yes.
All they needed was meat cleavers. Ah! Je me le bats, je ne quoi, je ne peux pas.
There are points in this film where Leslie Nielsen...
Oh, they have got meat cleavers.
Yeah, as well.
Oh, I love this as well. They do a proper villain thing, like... It's brilliant. They're so evil.
Bond, you cunt, you were supposed to be quiet.
I'm just laughing at your blunders. Bond, you cunt. I thought every M scene should start, even at the beginning. Bond, you cunt. Here's your mission, you twat.
Don't fuck it up like last time.
Sort it out, you stupid alky.
15% of MI5's budget last year went on your paternity files.
But you know what I mean? Like, I love how Zorin and Mayday are driving off. Zorin is meant to be this leading industrialist, one of the most, like, known men in the world.
Yeah.
He's just driving in full view in Paris.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And they're just laughing because they're baddies, and that's what they do.
Yes.
Zorin makes no attempt in this film at any point to disguise his evilness.
No.
Like, there is nothing subtle. Chris Walken's great in this film, but there is nothing subtle
No.
about his performance.
Not at all. And I think that's one of the reasons which so endeared me to this film, is just how blunt it is as a film.
It's just like, it's a cartoon, basically.
Yeah, there is...
Mr. Sinjin.
My name is St. John Smythe.
My name is Sinjin.
It's just, it's full-blown wacky warehouse, goofy hour.
Wacky warehouse. Those are where the slaves live.
See, there's your little Moonraker nod as well.
Just a best of, really, isn't it? Of
It
the Roger
is.
Moore era.
They basically just picked all the best bits, including the weird deaths, and shoved them all in one movie. And I really liked it for that.
That subtitle then. Auctioneer describes horses on tannoy. Yeah, mate, that's a brown one. And over there, it's a black one.
And that one in
And
particular.
over there, we've got another brown one. And another brown one.
That brown one over there, he's a little bit fast.
He can go right. He can go well fast.
I've seen him run, mate.
How fast does he go? Well fast. That would be my knowledge of horses if I worked in this job. He can. How fast can he run? How many miles per hour? Oh, mate, loads.
Tons.
We've established this. Loads is not an acceptable answer in this field.
They pull another one out and go, right, I don't want to be harsh. Right, this horse is shit.
This horse, don't bother. This horse is crap.
Right.
Just fucking sits around all day.
How much do they want for it? They want that much.
Take
right.
him to the fucking Tesco factory.
I'm going to be honest, if you bid on this one, you're an idiot. Anyone who bids on this horse is stupid.
Well, you've got to get this horse. He's called Pegasus. That means fast.
Look how fast he can run.
You wouldn't have a horse called Slowness. Hello.
That's the Bond girl for this film.
Horse.
Why, sugar lump, you and I shall never part.
Where they do say I have to ride you in this film.
Oh.
But that I mean I'm going to have sex with you. Aggressively.
Hard cuts back to London. Bond, you can't.
Oh, I want to do that, by the way. It's just them going, Bond, you can't. I hate you, Bond. Now go save the world, you twat.
The other fellow might have been okay, but he's dead now. I'm here and you're a cunt.
Patrick McGee does the voiceovers for all the documentaries on the Bond DVDs.
Does he?
And Blu-rays, yeah.
Oh.
He's the Nick Briggs of the Bond era.
That's really cool. I like that. I also like their little relationship that they have, where they've got that nice little sort of pretending thing going on.
Yeah, he should have been in the film more than just the first act.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, him and Roger's chemistry is pretty good.
Mm. Well, then again, they both had backgrounds in sort of 60s and 70s BBC television, so.
Well, yeah, well, Roger would have been on doing shows for Granada, wouldn't he? What, the Persuaders and the Saint and all that business. And here's a conversation which consists literally entirely of innuendos.
Excellent.
Like, they didn't bother to write any dialogue, they just came up with innuendos. Her name's Jenny Flex. That's not a person's name.
No. My name is Fanny Goodtime.
Hello, my name is Fuck You, immediately. How do you do?
My name is Mufti Tuesday.
Mufti Tuesday. When you're ready, Tipex. Tibbet. Whatever, lol.
Macho man.
I take it you spend a lot of time... Yes, I love an early... See what I mean?
Oh my god.
One of these films, you're just going to turn around and go, that is very inappropriate, what you just said. That could be considered harassment.
Yes.
Like, that's not okay.
I always love
You're talking about your penis. And I'm trying to talk about horses. I've been doing this all my life, and you're just making a mockery of it, you 99-year-old perv.
I just love the idea of them eventually getting so fed up of Bond shit, they just send like a health and safety inspector with him.
That's the point of Tibbet, I think.
The HR guy.
The HR guy.
You can't say that.
The reception is at 6. At 6, you say? No, 6. Sex.
Fine.
Fanny? No, fine. They seem to have learnt a trick here from Kananga in Live and Let Die. in the bit where he plays a pre-recorded conversation in a room so that people who are bugging him are thrown off.
Yes.
That's what they do in this bit.
Ah.
More homages. I mean recycling.
Yes.
Of ideas.
Do you reckon that this script was written over a long weekend with somebody who'd just been sent all the Roger Moore era scripts?
I don't think this film took as long as a weekend to write.
No.
A weekend's pushing it.
The words bar stool and bottomless whiskey jug come to mind.
I think Richard Maybaum and Michael G. Wilson just sat around and watched a VHS copy of all the films in a row.
Yes. Shall we just do this? Yeah, let's just do this. Okay.
Those were the script meetings, weren't they?
Yeah.
That was good. Let's do that.
I'm going to be sad when this era finishes, because it doesn't really ever get back to this level of wacky, weird, wonderful stuff.
The films certainly do become goofy again in parts. I'm not saying that every film from this point on is uber serious, because they're not. They get pretty silly again, as you'll find out. But I think this film does mark a watershed, as it were.
Yeah.
Of daftness.
I mean,
like, there was a sense that maybe they'd gone a bit too far. Why are they dressed like they're from the 17th century? Whatever.
I don't know. Zaroff just wanted it to go that way.
Did you say Zorin or Zaroff?
Zaroff.
Well, Zaroff, as we've seen, has already been in the films.
Yes.
It'd be good if he came back.
He was in The Underwater Menace. He was very good.
There's our Bond girl. She died recently, Tanya Roberts.
Oh, yes.
Earlier this year.
Oh.
I only know her from Charlie's Angels.
Mm.
She took over from one of them. Don't ask me which one. I don't know.
The blonde one.
No, she was a redhead in Charlie's Angels.
Oh, the redhead one then.
Yeah.
Was it Shemp?
No, she was Bosley.
Curly?
Come on, Angels. We gotta go stop Zorin. He's got evil horses.
He's been putting chemical in the horses.
And somehow that leads into him blowing up the world.
Yes. He's been selling drugged up horses to nuke Silicon Valley. What?
We'll get to that.
Funny. This mirror's broken.
A little bit of genuine animosity there from the the two actors. Do you know that Grace Jones was going to be in the was going to have a cameo in the last Bond film that's just been No Time to Die, and then she abandoned it when she saw how small her part was.
Oh,
I guess no one explained to her that it was a cameo.
Well, what? How? I thought that the new Bond films were supposed to sort of be set in a different universe.
Well, no, she wasn't going to cameo as Mayday.
Oh, right.
Mayday dies. Remember?
I know. That was why I was like, did she become robotic?
No. Grace Jones, the actress, not Mayday, the character.
Oh, it was when you said it was a cameo. I was thinking, well, what? Because I know that they rebooted the franchise, so would Mayday be alive in this other universe? But like,
I don't know what. It's never been. They've not said what her cameo was or what the context of it was. But apparently she did show up on set and then she left when she saw how small her part was. Blimey. I remember thinking, did no one explain to her that it was just a cameo? And cameos are just that.
Like just little nods and winks.
Yeah.
They got Desmond Llewellyn back in, but he left under similar circumstances.
Right. What's happening now? Oh, horses. Oh, stereotypes.
Yay. Better check the room for spiders.
Better check the room for horses.
No horses in here.
He's hiding the horse in this drawer.
Aha!
He's hiding it in this drawer.
Tiny horse on the table.
Gideon's Bible.
Every hotel room. Yes, I've got his checkbook. I can finally buy all the Bollinger I need.
This film, of course, if you remember in the I, Partridge audiobook, remember the bit where Alan Partridge is talking about how to psych himself up before a recording, he'll go in the bathroom and pretend he's in A View to a Kill.
Yes.
Taking on the evil Max Zorin. In a submarine disguised as an iceberg and having it off with Grace Jones, the first black woman I have ever slept with. Hello, Mr. Bond. Mein Führer! I mean, hello, Mr. Bond. Did I say Mein Führer? I meant to say hello.
I'm sorry, you look like a Nazi.
I mean, you literally have a fucking monocle.
What year were you born?
My name is... That's what that pseudonym sounds like. It just sounds like he's just making noises.
My name is...
Maybe he came up with it on a Bollinger spree one night.
Yes.
I know what I'll call myself. I'll call myself Mr. Poopy Man. That'll be great.
Rejected names included Bob Harris.
Good idea, Bond. But I was thinking more along that. No, what I say goes, it's Poopy Man.
The name's E-Man. Poopy Man.
The name's James Bond. Oh, shit.
I'm Mr. Zorin's breeding consultant. I have much to discuss with you.
Can you give me some pointers yourself?
I was like you once, full of joy and vigour.
I was like you once, young.
Beautiful. Very nice hair. Would you be offended if I were to kiss you?
I mean, you are older than me, to be fair, Mr. Bond, by about 40 years.
You have a very impressive wig. Thank you. Made them myself.
Your Chris Walken sounds pissed.
Yes.
Thank you. Hello.
Trying my best. Too much Bollinger.
We should buy Bollinger one day and drink it along to one of these
Oh,
films.
absolutely. We
won't like it.
No.
But we'll have to drink it.
Well, the question is, would we do it for, say, the end of the classic era Bond, or would we do it for the new era Bond?
We could just buy some Bollinger. That's it. That's the end of my sentence.
It feels like it should be something celebratory, something ceremonial, a sort of sending off.
Oh, well.
Meanwhile, in Casablanca...
You're interrupting the scene where a 94-year-old hits on the 25-year-old.
Would you like a glass of wine? Do you like cock?
I think Roger Moore, in some interview, said that he knew it was time to say goodbye to the franchise when he realised he was old enough not only to be her dad, but to be her granddad.
Yeah. That's... It's inescapable, really, at this point.
Yeah.
So how did they pull him in for this one? Because I know that he extended his contract to do For Your Eyes Only, but that was purely... And Octopussy, because that was purely to,
Have you ever heard of a thing called money?
Well, true.
You ever heard of a concept of money? It's quite good, I hear.
Yes, but didn't you say that he wanted to leave, 3 films ago?
Well, he was getting a bit long in the tooth, as is evident. And I think he's still pretty good. I don't think he's quite like Sean in Diamonds Are Forever, where he was just phoning in his performance.
Yeah.
Roger's still doing a pretty good job, but I think you can tell that he's sort of his mind's elsewhere.
Yeah.
He's just about had enough of all this bollocks now.
He really just wants that gig on Countdown. But he whitely got there first.
Yeah. I'm just out to shag anyone. I don't care who it is. Where's Zorin?
Come here. Where's that eugenicist?
He's a lovely man. I don't mean... what I said before wasn't a thing about him being German. It's more the fact that he's obviously a Nazi because he's like, hello, Mr. Bond. Let's talk about bloodlines.
Illustrated by the fact that they actually go into detail later in the film and mention that he was part of Hitler's eugenics plan to...
Have you seen my monocle?
Do you reckon him and Q meet up and have games nights?
Yeah, they play Risk.
Yes. Oh, it appears that my counter has taken over Czechoslovakia. And it appears my counter has taken over the East. Why are you my only friend?
Well, him and the dog.
It's just me and K8.
It's just a robot from Rocky IV.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Q. Do you know they're doing a director's cut of Rocky IV?
Yes, and Sylvester Stallone is overseeing it, and they're going to cut the robot out.
Are you quite upset about that?
Very upset about that. I want to see the robot cut, which takes everything out apart from the robot.
They'll include it on the Blu-ray. Rocky IV, the Robo cut.
It's just
now with additional robot scenes.
It's just 2 hours of a robot sat in a cupboard, and every so often it goes out. You hear some muffled thing as it's talking to people outside, and then it comes back in and turns off.
We've cut out all of that boxing and fighting and drama. It's all sort of boring. We just want robots.
Yeah. I wanted to see Rocky versus the Terminator, but they never made it.
Oh dear. Meanwhile, in my evil horse laboratory.
Oh, brilliant. How do we make a horse
Well, no,
laboratory
That's
evil?
what it said on the script. Interior, evil horse laboratory.
Oh, nice.
There's the villain.
My God, Zorro, what have they done to you?
Sorry. You've called him about 5 names over the course of this. Zorro, Zaroff, Zirin, Zago,
My God,
Zilly.
Warren Zimmer, what happened?
I'd love to have seen the scene where, because it shows that they've recorded like a wild track of him snoring.
Yes.
I'd love to have seen the scene where Bond was recording that track.
Yes.
So like he was just sat in the back of his car going...
And Tibbets, put the shoes away.
It sounds like he's dreaming.
Yes.
No, mother. I don't want to wear those boots, mother. Mother, leave me alone. Ah!
Not the spoon, mother. Not the spoon.
Ah, my mother, you've turned into a spider. Get away.
Why, Spider Mother, you've turned into a bottle of Bollinger.
He's recorded a wild track to put the buggers off, and it's just him screaming.
Yes.
Ah! How is Mr. St. John Smythe? Oh, just the same as he was an hour ago. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Night terrors.
Ah!
The tape ends with, Tibbet, I had the strangest dream. I dreamt that my mother turned into a spider, then a bottle of Bollinger, then a beautiful lady, and then I made love to the beautiful lady. Probably all right, aren't I?
Yes. Yes, you are.
Excellent. Right, breakfast. Scrambled egg it is.
Have you ever heard of Sigmund Freud, Mr. Bond?
No.
Mr. Freud? Fuck you on about?
Sounds foreign. Not my type.
Wow, Bond. That was a bit of a stupid cunt slip-up, wasn't it?
Yes.
Putting it in the wrong thing.
Well, they were in a rush, and who's going to check up a load of drugged-up horses anyway?
The baddies, because...
They're in the business of drugged-up horses.
Apparently so. And here come Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi.
Everybody needs somebody. Zorin. I reckon Zorin's behind this.
He's hiding in one of these boxes.
Pure uncut heroin.
Pure uncut oven chips. So that's his plan. Hoard the world's potato supply.
The monster! The little kids of Britain will need their bangers and mash, and they'll need various mash to go with it.
Get me Jamie Oliver.
This is positive.
Look out, boss.
Duh.
We're being attacked by 2 old elderly men.
And one of them appears to be from the Wicker Man. This is positively Scooby-Doo at this point, let's be honest.
I'm a baddie.
Here's the odd job
Going
of
to
our film.
snort at you. Because that's what I do.
Judo kick stop button.
Judo box, fall on your head.
Judo, go for a ride. Judo coffin.
Judo deaf.
Judo help Patrick mid-knee.
It's all wrapped up. Fine, acceptable.
Ugh.
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 Acceptable. Meanwhile, in The Dragon Lives Again.
Excellent. You know, I wear what Grace Jones is wearing there most mornings. So.
Bowie would have been all over this.
Oh, yeah.
He had a brief 80s fixation with wanting to be like boxing. Like, look at the cover of Let's Dance with the boxing gloves on.
Oh, yeah.
He'd have loved that. Come on, come at me.
Bring it.
I love both of you.
I'll bring the noise. I'm eating thunder and crapping lightning.
Hello. It's me, your hand.
Hey, these microchips are talking.
I bet that was terrifying to film because I bet Grace Jones was really like kicking the shit out of him because she's fucking crazy.
Well, she is actually trained in martial arts. So.
She's trained in biting a man's nose off.
Bark at him.
Of course.
What?
I think that translated to fuck me.
All right.
Oh.
Fine.
Okay, I guess we're going to do that now.
Time for a little walking to have a little walking.
Because that's his name in the film, is it? Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
Hello, Bond, it's me, Christopher Walken. I'm the bad guy.
Let me introduce you. to my penis.
I told you not to disturb us while we were having weird kinky fight sex.
The very finest weird kinky fight sex.
Let's see what's going on with...
Drat! They've closed the doors.
Bollocks. I'll use my...
Oh no, it's nearly night time in Ocarina of Time. The drawbridge is going up.
That was definitely Roger Moore running that fast.
Yes. Judo jump. Oh, my shoulders.
Dead.
Just the middle of him falls down, the arms are still attached.
I made it!
You know what I miss? The Bond films that end with the bawdy sailors singing shanty versions of the theme song.
That could have been how this ended.
Yeah.
Meeting you with view to a kill. Hey, come on, Dave, at the back.
Dance into the fire.
Dance into your fire. That fatal kiss is all we need.
Dance, dance into the fire. Oh.
Oh, I found an elderly naked man.
You've just joined me as I shoot for the geriatric male monthly catalogue.
Now, there's no reason why Mayday would shag him here, or why Zorin would be okay with it. Because it doesn't aid and abet his evil plan.
No.
It's just there so Bond can have another notch on his very, very withered bedpost.
Oh, it must look like a knick-knack at this point. Oh, did you see that jump cut?
Yep.
Why did they do that?
Whatever.
Oh.
Who cares? I think that was the editing. That was the words of the editing suite that day.
It just cuts to the next scene. It's the next day, and he's got like a hard cast on his pelvis.
I bet that must have been, considering they didn't like each other. I bet that was a very awkward, horrible scene to film.
Yeah. Except this. Viagra.
He's replaced it with his own urine.
My God, this would make the horse unbeatable.
The horse's cock is just like pointing out. Look at this.
It's just breeding with every female horse on the lot.
As you know, Mr. Zorin, I'm an expert on horse science.
Why is he dressed like Christopher Reeves from Superman?
A little restless, but I got off eventually. What I mean is I bonked your bird. And I do it again.
It's not the first time I've taken someone's missus, and I do it again.
Good day. That's all I wanted to say. Goodbye. Walks out of the office.
Nobody does it.
He's singing it to himself.
Yes. Makes me feel sad for the rest.
Nobody does it half as good as me. Baby, I'm the best.
Oh, great. He's got CFAX.
Oh, he's got an evil camera.
Oh, brilliant. It's like an MTV music video. Oh, I hope they play the B-52s. Bond's really into Private Idaho.
Oh no, even computers know who James Bond is.
Oh God, usually armed.
Sometimes not. I mean, I guess that's true.
I like Walken's reaction to that. He just sort of looks and goes, oh.
Yeah. I like that as well. He's just like, he's not intimidated or worried.
No.
He's just like, oh, guess I'm in for a fun afternoon.
Brill.
Oh, fucking great. Get to whack some mothers.
Kill all the horses.
Just kill something, damn it. I just want to kill something. Wish I had a magic computer that could just like look at strangers and tell me who they are. But I bet there's an app for that now.
Yeah, probably. I think it's called Facebook.
The Zorin app.
Yes.
If those guards we laid, we have to move out fast. What did you say, Bond? I said laid out. No, I think you said laid the first time. No, I didn't. Now let's go.
No wonder he's always tired. He shagged literally everybody. Oh.
He threw Bond's urine onto the car. It melted the bonnet.
No, now the car's going to be like Christine, but horny. Like mounting a Jeep in 5 minutes' time.
First be injecting the horse with heroin.
Excellent.
That'll make him better at running.
Clearly. It makes it better to be asleep.
The creak of death.
Oh.
She apparently did a Batman there of that thing of look away for a second and then they go. I'd love to see that in a film one day where they look back and the person's just like mid-run.
Yes,
They're just
off
like
in the far distance.
just like, oh, damn it! Look away, turn around again.
No.
Looks back.
Do you like my horses? I call this one Speedy Man.
It's called Inferno. It's named after my favourite John Pertwee 1970 story. There was a very funny thing happened, actually, where Nick Briggs had an eye patch. Yes, I know that story, Walken. And he turned around, and they were all wearing it. Yes, I've been to a convention. I've heard that story many, many times.
Let me introduce you to the other horses.
Let me tell you about another time. Tom Baker was... Oh, shut up.
We got the Silurians, the mutants, the Daemons.
Oh, no, it's Jenny Fox.
It's Jenny bend over backwards, sir.
Uh-oh.
Can't be seen looking at women.
I imagine when I was a kid, I used to be scared of going in those things. So this plays into my fears. Even though he doesn't actually get killed by the car wash machine, he gets killed by. So that's where Mayday was. Even though there's no way that could have happened because when he was at the gate earlier, he would have heard the car door opening and shutting. He would have heard the sound of.
Maybe he's deaf.
He wouldn't be a very good operative agent if he was deaf.
Did you hear that, Tibbet? What?
Tibbet, there's some men about to shoot you. What?
Tibbet, duck out of the way quick. What?
Look out, it's Max Zorin. What?
What? Have you got the microfilm? What?
What? Film? Oh, beautiful materials. Great. No, the microfilm. Microchips on the go.
What?
With toast.
No, it's all right. I went before I left.
Tibbet, look out, it's Mayday. About 5:15. Look out, it's Mayday. Wednesday.
What do you want for breakfast? Pervert!
Nays. I can do that. That's no biggie.
Oh, yeah. Now, this gets all the funnier when you realise...
I love that shot of Roger Moore screaming when it's like, oh no!
Yes.
A fence!
This gets all the funnier when you realise all the shots of them on the horses, like close up, are actually them sat on the back of a truck.
Oh, yeah.
Being bounced around.
Like that?
Yeah.
I'd love to see the rushes of that. Just Roger Moore on a truck bed, just looking agitated.
Yes. Just doing this occasionally.
Yeah. Oh no, some grass.
What?
Oh no, not the evil buttons.
Oh no, he's doing the cheat at the game of horse racing buttons.
It's weird because Bond's horse seems to already know that Zorin's evil anyway. I mean, it's Zorin's horses though. Bond didn't bring the horse with him.
No.
But Bond is just so good in bed and everything else that he can make the horse better.
Perfect.
Oh
no,
he's activated the evil juice.
Oh no, he's on Ket now.
He's on... He injected the horse of E.
He spiked it with pure LSD.
The horse is just stood in the corner counting his hooves.
It's like, I've got 3 hooves, man, but then I've got another one. How does that work?
Oh my god! What? I just realised what? I'm a horse.
Wow.
Oh.
So Godfrey, you've changed.
So Godfrey, you're looking a lot fitter this morning.
Hey, I shagged you last night.
We'll laugh about this at the Bridge Club. Uh-oh.
Well, you only live twice. In the Thunderball.
That's the name of a film you did. I like it.
Can I do this? No. Maybe I could tell you a joke.
You know, when Patrick Troughton was filming the War Games... Oh, shut up.
I don't reckon much to this new Colin Baker character.
I don't like his coat. It's too much.
Too colourful.
It's too much. It's not easy on the eyes.
No, don't like it. Have you seen The Caves of Androzani?
Oh, I love that one.
Great story.
Peter Davison. Whew, what a guy.
This would have come out. This would have come out just after the Sixth Doctor's first season.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, 85.
So he would have seen Vengeance on Varos.
Yes, I think we can assume that Zorin would be an avid watcher.
Yes.
When he wasn't drugging horses and shagging Grace Jones.
Yes. In between the drugging horses and shagging Grace Jones, he would always make time for Time Wirram. Mordrin Undead.
I mean, I know I point this out in every single film, but it's like, okay, here we go. We're going to put Bond in a situation where we don't see him die and leave.
Assuming he's died.
We could just shoot him, but fuck it.
This is
I'm
fun.
a busy man. Got stuff to do.
See, I wanted to
and people to do. You know what I mean? Hey.
I wanted to see them inject James Bond with one of those remote-controlled tranquilizers that shoots him full of horse drugs.
He's going to need it after a while, considering all the diseases he's wrought from all the exercise his penis has gone.
Mm.
Now, I believe that there was an episode of the television show Mythbusters where they tried to demonstrate if this would work. And guess what? This might shock you. It doesn't.
Well, no, it's because the pressure of the tyre, air that the pressure is under, would be so great your lungs would explode pretty much.
And plus Bond's like 105, so...
Yeah.
It's to be dead.
Sorry, I've just seen the above surface, like a wide shot of them walking away, and then all of a sudden, like a Kananga-style Roger Moore goes flying out of the water and explodes.
I'm back! See, they want to keep calling back to Live and Let Die. They should have done that.
Yeah. Okay, we got a horse.
It's our old cuddly friend, General Guggle.
Who has kind of been a bit up and down over the last few films. Like, for a few...
By the way, speaking of Rocky IV,
yeah?
Look who's in the background. That isn't...
Dolph Lundgren?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yep.
Blimey.
I'm not even joking, that's actually Dolph Lundgren.
What's he
This
doing
is his cinematic debut.
Blimey.
Because he was at the time he was going out with Grace Jones.
Oh, right.
And they needed someone to be in the background of this scene. And so they just wrote to him, this is his first appearance.
Blimey.
In a film.
In less than
So there you go. Thanks to View to a Kill, not only do we have Rocky IV, we have He-Man, Masters of the Universe.
Yes. Half the film filmed in a garage. Oh, they didn't get the subtitles right.
Could be asked. CBA, it's only a View to a Kill.
Grace, smash!
It's very hard to get out of KGB.
It is.
The tribunals are a nightmare. And now we have a scene. I don't know why I suddenly went into my Walken voice, but
Yet
whatever.
again.
Let's go with it. Now we have a scene that's an exact copy of the scene from Goldfinger, where Goldfinger shows off his plan to the gangsters.
Kills anyone who disagrees.
Instead of gold, it's chips.
Gentlemen, I think you all know the reason I brought you here.
To kill you in a very creative and original way.
Missing episodes of Doctor Who.
Oh, Jesus, here he goes again.
Most people consider the Hartnell era to be complete. I disagree. Have you ever heard of the Daleks' Master Plan? 3 episodes.
Yeah, Terry Nation's overrated. He gets too much credit for creating the Daleks.
Just because he made the design doesn't mean that he's the genius.
Literally the scene from Goldfinger.
Yes.
Where he shows off Operation Grand Slam.
But with a really nice rising table and probably a better death scene.
Well, a more stupid death scene.
Yes.
Which I guess in your eyes makes it better.
Yes, very much so.
we'll get into the nonsense of Zorin's plan later, but for now, I just want to admire the ludicrousness of this scene. Even the name Project Mainstrike is like a direct lift of Operation Grand Slam from Goldfinger. It's the same. It's almost the same number of syllables.
This is the reason I love this film, is it just picks all of the best, silliest moments from all the Bond films.
It's like, you know what it is? It's like your mate in the playground coming up with a fake Bond film.
Yes.
All right, there's a bit where Bond, he goes in a blimp and he fights a man with an axe, and then he's on a horse, and then he jumps off the Eiffel Tower, and then he...
Is it worth mentioning that about an hour ago, Bond took a snowboard and skied down a mountain?
And then he went on a snowboard, and they played California Girls. It was a bit weird, but whatever. And then he had sex in an iceberg. It was great.
Love it. This is fantastic.
I don't think that gentleman is long for this world.
No. Oh, no.
I mean, surely he would have known that we're on a blimp. Here's the thing, right? when Goldfinger murdered the...
his legs went very noodly.
His legs went very dummy-esque,
Yes.
almost like it was a dummy of some kind.
Who would have believed it?
Oh my god, the best title drop in all cinema history is coming up now.
Great.
Let's just enjoy this.
Oh, God.
It's so awkward and shoehorned in. They just really, really wanted to get the title in the film, because who says that?
No one. Oh,
Who
God.
said who's? There's no such phrase as "view to a kill." Ian Fleming made it up.
Yes.
I should point out, by the way, that the short story, and it's not a novel, it's a short story, "A View to a Kill," has nothing to do with the plot of this film.
No.
All they got was the title. I just want to stress that. But it's so awkward and clunky, and just like, because no one talks like that. No human being says those words. They're just desperate to get the title in the film somehow. Me and my partner, by the way, if we want to make each other piss ourselves laughing, we just say that to each other. It's become like our thing to make each other smile.
Oh. Like,
one of us will go, "What a view," the other, "To a kill." If I ever meet Chris Walken, I want him to say that. I'm going to film it, put it on TikTok.
Do you think he'd be offended if you said that this was his favourite role?
Well, either this or I'd get him to say either that, or I'd get him to say, "Bruce Wayne, why are you dressed as Batman?" Oh, that's funny.
Christopher Walken, we admired you in the works of Abel Ferrara and various other ventures, but tell us more about Zorin. Yes, he's literally a Nazi.
He's created in an evil lab, I think.
Yes.
They're not too clear on it, to be honest.
What were the side effects? Chronic diarrhea.
Blonde hair.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
Loyalty to the Aryan nation.
General evil nature and a weird voice.
They only have a life expectancy of 10 years, but they age very quickly.
So what I was saying before I got sidetracked by "To a Kill," was that in Goldfinger, when Goldfinger kills the guy by crushing him in the car in the junkyard, that guy's a gangster, like a mobster. So you sort of expect those people to vanish mysteriously. But the people in Zorin's meeting were like meant to be industrialists and like people who ran microchip companies.
Yes.
People would fucking notice if someone like that disappeared.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or maybe when what was his last reported sightings? Oh, he went on a blimp with Zorin and he didn't come off the blimp. All right, Zorin killed him. Yeah, but no, Zorin killed him. That's literally what happened.
I mean, well, it's all about how you look at it. If you play the film backwards, Zorin rescues him from the ocean.
If you play the film backwards, you'll see they actually threw a dummy out. Look at his legs.
Zorin uses some kind of people magnet to suck him out of the ocean and into the blimp where he's rescued and given a cushy job.
By the way, in terms of like, that's the thing about this film. In terms of the Bond films are known for their exotic locales and globetrotting. This film goes to England and America.
Yes. Oh, and stops off in Paris.
Okay, fair enough. Stop something bad. But what I'm saying is, like, those are all places you and I could probably go
And
in our
Siberia.
lifetimes. It's for about 5 minutes. What I'm trying to say is, this film doesn't really have much of a scope in terms of.
Isn't this Asia?
No, this is San Francisco.
Huh.
I think we just are in San Francisco now for the rest of the film.
Oh, right.
That's why I'm like, that's it. It's not.
Yeah, I could see it. Given all of the exotic locations that the films have been to over the last 3 or 4.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Bond films were meant to go all over the shop. I mean, look at Moonraker went to like 4 continents, and Mesh Rattles, and we just go like to the kind of places you or I could go on holiday.
Yeah.
I want to see places that I couldn't see before in Bond films. And Siberia doesn't count because that was obviously just a backlot on the Pinewood Studios, the 007 stage, which, by the way, burnt down while they were making this film.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's a sign.
It definitely was a sign from a higher power.
Yes. Please do not finish this.
They since rebuilt the stage, obviously. But yeah, that's true. When they were filming, there was a fire on the 007 stage.
Blimey.
And it burnt to the ground.
It's the way it goes sometimes.
It returned back to its home. Back to hell. This was a really tricky level in Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yes. Tap A to escape.
The video game adaptation of this film. I believe this was the first Bond film to have a video game adaptation.
Yeah.
I guess it would have been.
Well, the crash of '83 had already happened at this point, so video game market would have been getting back on its feet around about.
I wonder if there was a bit where you had to shag Grace Jones.
Press A to shag Grace Jones.
There's too much pressure in this pressure tank.
Press B to not shag Grace Jones.
Look at Bond's wrinkles rippling around.
Technically, Bond could have gone through that. At his age, his bones are more like a jelly. So it'd have just been like...
So he just liquefies his way through.
Yeah, like how squids can fit through really tiny holes because we've got no bones.
You're saying Bond's a squid?
Yes, at this point.
Looks like he's having a sort of psychotic episode there. Eyes all over the shop.
One of the few things that I don't like about this film...
One of the few things.
Yeah, there's only a few things I don't like about this film. Is I really wish Desmond Llewellyn had more to play in it. I really enjoyed him in For Your Eyes Only.
What would he have done in this film?
He could have sent his little robot dog to go and spy on Zorin for a bit.
Zap Zorin.
Yeah, he could have given Bond some quirky gadgets. Anti-Grace Jones repellent. A gun to shoot Zorin.
This gun shoots down blimps.
Yes. Oh, I can't see that coming in handy. When has anyone ever escaped via blimp queue? I rescued you in a hot air balloon last week. Shut up.
I like your canon that the Bond films take place over the matter of like a week following from the last one.
Oh yeah, that's how it works.
Regardless of what happens in the history and society between the films.
Yes. There's a week between The Spy Who Loved Me and Live and Let Die. I just think that Roger Moore ages really quickly.
That's plain to see.
It is weird to think, though, because wasn't Live and Let Die 1973?
72, I think?
72,
or 73. Yeah, one of those.
It's weird to think that he'd have been Bond for over a decade at this point.
Yeah. Well, like I say, he was 57 when he did this, so he would have been in his mid-40s when he started. So that's already quite old, in it, to go. Uh-oh.
Oh no, they're putting him in the stinky pipe.
They put him in the liquefier.
Oh no, it turned to Benny Hill.
That's the machine they used to make Whoppers at Burger King.
Oh, brilliant. Delicious.
I know you'd like that.
I'd eat that.
Pump pressure. Don't need to tell me about that.
I'll have you know my pump pressure has been fine since 1972.
Aha, Willies.
Bond emerges from the ocean.
Meanwhile, in Blackpool, Fucking freezing in this shithouse.
I'm leaving a 1-star review on TripAdvisor.
She got her cassette there for the Pretenders. Now this character, who's obviously a new character, was again... I said this in Moonraker, but again, that was supposed to be Anya from Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah, Fiona Fullerton.
Yeah, well, that's Fiona Fullerton there.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, like, it was meant to be Barbara Bach.
Oh, right.
From Spy Who Loved Me.
Mm.
But she didn't come back to do it.
Oh.
They kept trying to get her back.
Oh, she's very good.
She is very good, but what... Well, no, she's very good. What I mean is, like, it's funny, they kept trying to get her back. Like, they wanted her to cameo in Moonraker. They wanted her to do this role.
So is this still San Francisco?
Yeah, it's Chinatown. This is fucking ridiculous. Oh, the bubbles tickle her Tchaikovsky.
Oh, God. Have you ever read the Bible?
See, it would make sense if this was Anya, because they're talking like they've had history. But we've never met this girl before.
No.
What you don't know about the scene is that Bond, there is actually no Bond from the waist down.
Yes.
His legs have completely melted.
It was the hot tub has actually reduced his lower half to basically a jelly-like substance.
Basically a jelly-like substance.
It's a great lubricant.
Yeah. I say.
Oh,
It's a bit too hot for my jowls in here. Could we turn it down a bit? And this music's shite. Have you got any Pretenders?
I'm a really big fan of the Mac Lads.
Have you got any Madness? Fucking love those guys, the Nutty Boys.
It's all right, I've bought my Bad Manners tape.
Don't come round here anymore. My mother, that she said, you're a disgrace to the human race, didn't? You're a disgrace to the human race. Oh, yeah.
We came this close to seeing Roger Moore's arse.
The bubbles tickle her Tchaikovsky. I don't understand.
What are you talking about?
Love, what are you on about?
Let's not talk about politics. Thatcher is a beautiful woman.
I picture her when I make love to you. No, I'm not going to apologise for it. I do it again.
I'm keeping the end up for Queen and Country. Oh no, it's a man with no face.
Music from Swan Lake. Oh, that means Dracula's going to turn up.
Excellent. Children of the night.
He's the bad guy all along. Zorin was just a cover.
What music do they play? I'll get you 1,000 red roses tomorrow, babe.
You are so beautiful. Why would you do this to me? Paula Ivana. You are lying. I never hit you.
We must stop Zorin before it goes.
Zorin is a crazy man.
We've got to work together, take down the evil bad guy.
Tell me why Zobi a better Bond villain than Bond.
Yes. Name is Bond. James Bond.
James Bond, don't you know?
I want vodka martini shaken, not stirred.
The reaction here is so over the top. Look at that. Look at that. It's a monstrous double take. No.
Doy. It needed a timpani.
We got the wrong tape.
It needed a timpani, like a boing.
I think this is just because of a fever dream I had when I watched this as a kid. And maybe it's the Mandela effect in a play here. I always thought when I was a kid that he looked right at the camera when he did that.
Yeah, I did.
Like
too.
he did the monstrous ooh, and then he went whoa at the camera. Oh, that Bond's done it again. Girl, get you, Bond.
Yeah. Very surprised they haven't got Tommy Wiseau in to play a Bond villain.
Or like you were doing Bond himself.
Yeah.
My name is James Bond, don't you know, huh?
What's your name? Felicity Goodnight.
What a crazy name.
My name Tommy. I mean Bond.
I stop you from taking over world. You take over world. I do not stop world. Save it. don't you know?
I can't remember pronounce his name. The Russian general,
Gogol?
Gogol.
Yeah.
Gogol. If everybody loved each other, the world would be a better place.
Just call me Mr. James Bob. God, he's really crap with his pseudonyms in this film. Like, couldn't he have picked a name that had nothing to do with his own name?
My name
You
is...
can literally call yourself anything.
My name is Bames. Bames Jond.
My name is Tennant. Neil Tennant. Well, Mr. Tennant, glad to meet you. And now comes the film where an old man stalks a young girl. Hooray!
Brilliant. Predatory tactics. Predatory tactics. That's another thing that's missing. Right, the two things that bother me about this film: the lack of Desmond Llewellyn. I wish he was in this more, but also the fact that Bond doesn't really have a proper Bond car in this.
No, he has a Chevette.
Yeah. You don't even see him use that very much.
Bought it from a showroom for $150.
It comes to something when that French taxi he nicked is more of a Bond car than the one car that he has got. What happened to the Lotus?
He could have ran over Zorin.
Yeah.
In the bit where they were having the horse race, Bond just gets in his car instead.
Just runs him out.
This has 150 horsepower. You know what that means, Zorin? Horsepower. That means more powerful than a horse.
That means there's 149 more horses in my car than your horse.
Than your one horse. Figure that out.
Square that circle.
Square that circle. Bleeps. I'm just imagining all the sound effects are just him saying them out loud.
Check for long spiders.
Breaking and entering for the win.
Well, I've only got one movie left. They can't put me in jail.
They can't stop me now.
Yes. I'm hijacking the film.
Whatever. I do what I want.
Yes. Q, come here. I wish to give you a kiss. Looks like me.
Oh my god, it's father.
Father! That's one mean pussy.
Get it? It looks at the camera. Get it?
Yes.
I'm sorry for the sound of rustling.
Oh yes, me and Ben enjoyed a delicious curry as part of this comedy dining experience, and Ben has been drinking Desperado and Copperberg.
Well, I am watching A View to a Kill.
One of the best Bond films ever made.
I have to stand up now. So
Ben has to stand up now.
Just wanted to let you on.
He's gone off mic.
He's gone rogue.
Take him down.
He's a maverick. He can't be stopped.
Actually, my name is James Bonds. I sell stocks.
Even the newspaper, which I'm sure is real, sounds made up. The name is James Stock from the London News. from UK paper news of the world today.
Today. Mail.
You know, it occurred to me that Bond doesn't actually shoot anyone in this film.
No.
Because that gun doesn't have bullets in it.
It was one of the censorship requests from Fox Kids.
I didn't know Fox Kids financed this film.
Yeah, they did. They got bored once.
Well, that's a turn up for the books.
Yeah.
Like, that gun doesn't have bullets in.
Oh. Judo jump! Ow, my ankles!
We won't kill them, but we will vastly infect them with diabetes.
Hooray! Judo punch!
Which will give them heart problems in later life.
While we may not kill them today, in 10 years we will have.
Even that bit there, where he doesn't hit the vase over the guy, is a direct lift from the bit in Moonraker, where he doesn't do that.
But then they do it anyway in a minute.
Well, no, she does it. Oh, hell.
Judo scatter my father's ashes.
Oh, Dewey.
Oh, doya hoya.
I didn't. Oh yeah, I forgot. We hate Americans. No, we don't.
Yeah, we've already upset them multiple times.
Doya hoya.
Oh yeah, don't you?
Hey, homina, homina, homina.
Oh, hibbity hobbity.
You're just saying nonsense words.
I think I got rid of all the zombies.
That'd be good if it just fuck it. Why not?
Yeah. Turns out that Zorin's plan is to infect half.
Called him everything except his name.
plan-
Turns out that Zorin. His evil plan is to raise the dead.
Zama's plan is to release zombies on Silicon Valley and turn it into a night.
And the zombies eat all the entrepreneurs.
Eat all the microchips. Weirdly, that makes more sense than the current plan.
Get them, boys.
I call this one Inferno. I think he was a butcher in a past life.
Zombie horses.
Ooh, a quiche.
Bond cooks a mean quiche, apparently, which is not a Bond trait I would have expected.
Well, Bond, I'll say
Personally,
this. You may be a sex pest, but you steam a good quiche.
You may be a womanizing sex pest murderer, but my God, your quiche is delightful. Proper melts in the mouth.
Good Lord, James, what is happening in there? Aurora Borealis?
Oh, Dan's doing the meme.
I'm doing the meme.
That's some good exposition dialogue. Now, let's eat. Fucking starving.
Q taught me this recipe. Apparently it has jam in it.
That's racist, Bond.
You're going to jail, Bond. You're going to be cancelled.
Bond's going to be cancelled. If that were true, he'd have been cancelled from scene one, shot one. If they had cancelling in 1962.
Can you imagine? Jerry?
Jerry?
Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry.
Blackcurrant?
Ribena?
Ribena?
Ribena.
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 Ribena. Ribena fruit twist.
Sugar-free. Because whilst I can't save you from all the world's evils, I can at least save you from cavities.
I can really save you from diabetes.
Mm.
Gorillas, baboons. What's the matter with you, Bond?
Ducks and pigs and geese better scurry. But you see, you might need this. What's that? The antidote.
For what? For the poison you just drank. Oh,
What
that 95-year-old man is so dashing.
He just drives me wild with his knowledge of circuit boards.
His love of quiche and womanizing just fills me with animal lust.
And the vehicle he drives. What a vehicle. So good I can't even remember it.
A whole Chevette. 200 miles off the gallon.
Four. Hang on, how come he wouldn't shag her, but how come he wouldn't shag Baby, but he would shag her?
Well, she's clearly not a teenager.
Well, yeah, but like the age gap is even wider. You can clearly see the Partridge influence again. His outfits are very strongly Partridge-centric.
I still maintain that the most Partridge he ever looked was in the opening of Moonraker when he's got that bright blue turtleneck on.
Yes.
On the opening scene on the plane.
Yeah, I agreed.
Yeah.
He was quite like that in For Your Eyes Only as well throughout.
Oh yeah, those big chunky jumpers he had on.
Yeah, the navy kind of wear. Oh wow, it's the future.
Can you get newgrounds.com on that thing?
No, but you can get You're the Man Now, dog.
Starring my former regeneration.
Turns out it's urine.
I don't mean to be sexist, but there's a later Bond film where this is going to come up again, but it's also prevalent. People who know Bond films know exactly which film I'm talking about, but it also comes up in this film here where it's like, she doesn't look like a geologist.
No.
She just doesn't.
No. That being said, looks aren't everything. You can have what you can be.
That's why I prefaced it by saying that I know it sounds sexist, but there's another Bond film coming up where that's going to get infinitely worse, but we'll get to that.
We've not got many left now.
We're halfway through.
We're over halfway through. I think we've got about 6 left.
Jesus Christ, Fenton. Bear in mind that as far as she's concerned, he's still a journalist.
Yes.
From the UK London Times.
Oh, yes, from the British Republic of the British Republic of Public
From
Britain.
the UK News.
James Stocks from Pip News.
The Cheerio Governor News.
The Cheerio Welcome News.
And they're talking about Zorin's evil plans. Although, okay, maybe it works a little. Because maybe she's thinking they're doing a story about Zorin and his evil horses, zombie horses, whatever he's doing. I don't fucking know. I've lost track.
Something to do with Nazis.
Who cares? He's got a blimp.
Yes.
And he's going to crash it into a thing.
He has a blimp and he pushes people off it occasionally.
People who go, I refuse.
Yes. Get off my blimp. Actual line there from the script.
Get off my... And then Zorin said, get off my blimp.
It wasn't going to be a catchphrase, but it didn't catch on. It was supposed to be come to a big head.
It's like in Air Force One, Harrison Ford, get off my plane. That was going to be this film's moment. Get off my blimp.
There was going to be a bit where Bond and Zama were in the Zama blimp.
Jesus Christ, Dan.
We're in the Zama
Jesus
blimp.
Christ, Fenton.
We're in the Zama blimp together, and Zama would say, get off my blimp, and Bond would go, no, you get off my blimp, and he'd go, oh no.
That doesn't even make sense. This isn't your blimp, it's mine. It's got my fucking name on it.
No, it hasn't. It's got my name on it. And he'd go, oh no, gotta get off my blimp.
James Bond Blimps, Inc.
Yes. Blimp Sync.
Blimp Sync.
It's like
which sounds like a virus.
Sorry, dear.
What's up? I've got Blimp Sync.
Sorry, dear.
I can't shit.
My eyes bleed. She hasn't come down with a case of the Ethel Mermans.
The what?
The Ethel Mermans.
Is this a euphemistic youth slang for something?
Have you not seen the comedy hit film Airplane?
Oh, yes, a long time ago.
Yeah. You'll be swell, you'll be great, gonna have the whole world on a plate.
I think Airplane has slightly more of a real sense of realism than this film.
Yes,
so it's got that going for it.
Yes, it did. I could believe Airplane happening. I can't believe this.
That's an abandoned silver mine by the San Andreas Fault. Ah, my favourite GTA. Although I'm more of a... Cuts to Zorin. I'm more of a fan of Vice City myself.
Understandable. Anyone
Cuts
here...
through, he gets in the car, it's like GTA. Run away, turn away, run away.
Love the song.
Song's great. I fucking love it.
Anyone here...
It's tuned and a half.
Anyone here like GTA 3? I do so. Get off my blimp.
That's the name of the video. I can take it. Ben and Dan, get off my blimp.
Yeah.
I just want to write a script where the front page on the page is "Get Off My Blimp" by Ben and Dan.
Yes.
It's a comedy romance with sci-fi elements and a bit of horror and maybe some sci-fi, but it's also a psychological thriller. But it's a comedy and it's a musical.
It is everything and nothing, baby.
They're gonna shoot the mayor. Not the mayor. The mayor of San Francisco.
Who was the actor who played Clarence in RoboCop?
Oh, fuck, what's his name? He's been in loads as well.
He has as well.
Oh, he's what's he called? I nearly said Ed Harris, but it's obviously not Ed Harris. Oh, Do you know?
I don't
Are you
know.
asking me?
I'm asking you because I can't remember.
Why do you ask, by the way?
Because I was going to say he would have made a great Bond villain.
Yeah, he would. Although they would have had to tone down his dead. I just find that funny. I'd have to be dead.
Couldn't get him off my blimp because he wasn't in my blimp. Had to kill him.
Get out of my office.
This isn't your office. Dead.
See what I mean? I was saying this before, but like Zorin's meant to be this leading industrialist, and he just makes no attempt to hide it. He's right. Like someone who was trying to conceal their evilness would just send Mayday and his cronies to do this, but Zorin had to be there, doing the dirty work.
I think he's probably one of my top 3 favourite Bond villains.
He does elevate the film, but the film is still camp and ridiculous. He makes it more camp and ridiculous.
Yes.
But that just adds to it.
Absolutely.
Because he just loves being evil.
Yeah.
There's no ambiguity. There's no subtlety.
No nuance.
All from the scene where he's literally doing an evil laugh in a speedboat.
Yes. And people, this is what stunned me the most. This film only has a 6 out of 10 rating on IMDb.
It doesn't stun me.
I can't believe it.
Oh no, he's got side. Oh, the Bacardi.
Ah.
Thought you had some white lightning.
Hope you like Frosty Jacks. It's the best we could find.
Like I was saying, he then proceeds to burn down a city hall.
Yes. This is what I'm saying.
For no other reason than he just wants to kill these two. Did he have to burn down a whole building?
Yes.
And before anyone says, well, they had the records of Zorin's things, well, then take the records. Steal them. You didn't have to burn them.
Yeah, this is more fun, though.
I just want to burn things, okay?
Don't get to do a lot in my blimp.
It's kind of my thing.
Fly around. Oh, I shouldn't have had that quiche before I came here.
I'm feeling a bit stodgy. Fuck it, I've had a good run.
I've had 3 Senecot. Let's make this happen.
Ooh, some of that Bacardi he threw down is left.
What?
Well, bottoms up.
77 mixed with petrol.
Don't get too hot under the collar. Even I can make puns in this situation.
You could use a lift. Get it? Because I pulled you out of the lift. Why aren't you laughing?
Would that happen with modern lifts? Because the fire breaking the cable implies that the lift was just being held by the cable. But modern lifts have like a thing in place on the sides so that if that happens, they stay in place.
Yeah, they've like got grips.
Yeah, so basically, it's impossible if you're in a lift these days to die from it falling because it won't fall because it'll stay in place.
Yeah.
The building itself would have to be destroyed. I just have to say that this is a common fan complaint, but it is true. She's especially annoying in the scene. And yes, I know she's in a burning building, but for about 5 minutes, all you're going to hear is, James! James! Oh, James!
Back in a moment. Can you please shout my name every 2 minutes to let me know you're okay?
In a bit, love.
Asked, mate.
He just goes, BRB.
Oh, here we go.
It wouldn't be an 80s film without a shot of drunk homeless man.
I thought this was...
What's... And then looks at his bottle. Ooh. No more whiskey for me.
I thought it was just a continuation of the Bond trope of man stares at alcohol he's drinking whilst strange thing happens.
It's a Bond trope, but you also see it in many, many, many films of this era for some reason.
I think it was in Back to the Future as well.
It is in Back to the Future. Do you want to know a funny story about that? This is a commentary about Back to the Future now.
Yeah.
So they had a product placement from the California Raisins, and what they did was, I guess as a sort of joke, they put the homeless man on the bench with the California Raisins logo on, and the company asked for their money back. Because they said, we didn't know you were going to put our logo next to a dirty homeless man.
Well, you didn't specify. You didn't say not to.
That's the thing. That's what they said.
Yeah.
They said, well, you didn't say where to put the logo. You just said put the logo in your film. So that's where we put it.
Yeah. It works.
Oh, God. Now we've got the typical, like, hey, I'm the chief of police, say, bada boom, get this guy out of here.
Another thing that I don't like about this film This should have been the great comeback of J.W. Pepper.
You say that, right, but this is meant to be San Francisco. And J.W. Pepper is from the South.
Yeah, he got redirected after his stay in a
Redirected?
after his stay in a Vietnamese prison.
I didn't know, Dan, you could do that in America.
You know, well, it happens in RoboCop, doesn't it? You're being transferred. Get to San Francisco.
Yeah, but he wasn't transferred to a different state.
Yeah.
He was still in the same basic location.
Tell me.
He basically just moved down the road.
Tell me. You wouldn't have loved that police car to pull up.
Oh, there we go, look. The homeless guy. Whiskey.
You wouldn't have loved that police car to pull up, the doors to open, and JW to climb out and go, "What's going on?"
Of course I would have loved it.
Yeah.
It would have just made an already fucking stupid film even stupider. Because then he could have been like, "Hey, it's my old friend Jimmy. What are you doing? You got me arrested in Thailand, and I got bombed for 5 years straight. It was great.
My son is an elephant.
They dripped water on my head for 2 years. I fucking loved it."
Oh, I get to have more adventures.
But this guy is just... This character is just your typical sort of 80s era sort of, "Hey, what are you doing? Hey, get out of here. Get this crazy kid in the jailhouse."
Yeah, and I'm Rod Stewart.
He's even got a tash.
He has. The only thing he's arrested
You know who else had a tash? Hitler. There you go. Bond wins.
The only thing he's arrested in the last 5 years was a box of Krispy Kremes.
I'm surprised they didn't have a scene where he was just munching on donuts while chasing him.
Yes.
This is Steve Stock of London, UK, England Times. Oh, this is stupid.
Rocky.
So even local police chiefs know who he is now. Computers, bartenders, gun makers in Thailand, and local police know who Bond is.
It's just this whole film is giving me such strong Leslie Nielsen Naked Gun vibes.
Especially this bit.
Yeah. You can hear it, can't you?
Apparently Roger Moore actually did his own driving in this scene.
Oh.
Because before he was an actor, he drove trucks.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Which I cannot picture Roger Moore doing.
No, 10-4, good buddy. How many candles are you burning?
I like trucking. I like trucking.
Have you found my red Sovine tape yet? I want to hear Teddy Bear.
Oh, look, a bit of skirt. Well, that I can believe.
How about a ride for a ride, love?
Maybe in some of the shots where it's like swerving dangerously around and getting crashed into. He wasn't in the driver's seat, but I know that he did do some of the driving.
Oh, here comes the stuntman again.
Here comes Modja Raw.
His non-union Mexican equivalent.
Roger Moore Belgo.
Oh, God.
Oh, see what I mean? Like, there should have been a shot of just them eating donuts while driving.
See, I'm still just really missing the lack of JW here. You could already see him, couldn't you? Waving his hat out the window, going, "Oh my gosh, get off my car!"
When he goes over the bridge at the end of the scene, he like throws his hat on the floor, stamps on it.
Yeah.
Goes, "Get you, Billy Bob.
That ball got away again.
My cousin Billy Bob, he'll get you. You'll see Billy Bob."
Bingo.
It's like a second language when we do JW. I don't but that Billy Bob. It's like when South Park do the
Yes.
Oh dear.
You're watching.
And now Bond proceeds to destroy the entirety of the city of San Francisco. Which it's funny you mentioned Tommy Wiseau earlier, by the way, because
Yes,
look, San
actually.
Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
He could have been in this.
I am chief of police. You under arrest.
You're James Bond? A crazy guy. Nice to meet you. They were having sex in a truck. If that was JW. Oh, God, what you doing? Get out of here, you crazy bitch.
If that was JW, he'd have pulled over and let him get in, and the three of them would have been driving around the city together.
He'd have done a little
little
whistle.
Wouldn't see that down south.
Wouldn't say that in Louisiana.
Oh, I miss JW.
Hey, my mouth. Oh, dear me. I do not believe Tanya Roberts is driving that truck.
No. We'll add this to a list of things that could not possibly be the end.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, God.
The bridge is that way, Dan.
Oh, no. I sure hope the bridge doesn't go up before they get there.
With the cars on?
What's his name? You know the actor in Ferris Bueller who goes, Bueller?
Ben
Bueller?
Stein?
Ben Stein.
Yeah.
This was clearly a cameo role for Ben Stein, if ever there was one.
What, you wanted him to play the bridge guy?
Yeah. Raise the bridge.
Raise the bridge.
Right now.
Maybe if he'd have said the lines over and over. Right now. Now. Now.
Now.
Now. Joe Ben Stein is like a really hardcore Republican.
Yeah.
He wrote speeches for Nixon.
He, I checked his work out recently. He's done a lot of kind of YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Not a lot of actual television or film stuff.
Is Ben Stein like he's always been right wing, but is he like a sort of centrist Republican where he's like sort of like George Bush type Republican, or is he more of a crazy Trump type Republican?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm not as well versed. The last thing I saw him in was, I think, 2013, 2014.
Yeah. Oh, I can't see Ben Stein doing that shot to stairs. The guy going, oh, the bridge.
He'd just be looking like completely blank face.
He said a naughty word, Dan.
He did. He did. On a Bond film, of all things.
Well, that was like in Live and Let Die when they had the lady in the plane go, holy shit.
Mm. Oh, no.
Doi.
Wah, wah.
Doi. Crazy cop. Keystone Cops.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Basically.
I keep expecting Curly and Mo to turn up. Why you with it?
Come here.
How do you know it's explosives? And it cuts to the truck and it's got they're like black spheres with boom written on them and a wire at the top.
Skull and crossbones printed on it.
That's an excellent American voice, Bond.
Got a fire on his ass.
Well, you are a spy after all. That was extremely sped up. That was like a Sean Connery type thing where he punched someone and the film would just be fast forwarded.
Yes.
Tom. Jerry? Tom. Well, you certainly have your head on your shoulders.
I keep telling you, you fly boys crack me up.
I don't know why I'm here. I've gone completely senile. Coffee? Have you got Bollinger?
Oh, God.
Why does Bond attempt to do an American accent when he can't?
Hello, I'm an American.
Hello, my name's Jim Bob.
Y'all.
My name is Billy Bob. How do you do?
Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all.
Bond doing an impression of JW. I say, goddamn Billy Bob, bing bang, bing bong bong.
Now I'm getting your lingo, ging dang diddly down, bim bom, bim bum, bim bum, bim.
That line there was, there's a story behind that.
Oh, yeah.
When he goes, pity you can find one that fits. So that was an ad-lib because apparently Stacy Sutton, that's a character's name. Tanya Roberts was being a bit of a diva about wearing that that boiler suit.
Oh, right.
So Roger ad-libbed that line to take the piss out of her. So that little look she gives him of like, shut up. That was like real as well.
Oh, obligatory shot of James Bond looking at someone's arse.
Looks at Zorin. Nice arse.
Thank you. Squeeze it
Was
3
that-
times a day.
Was that made by the Nazis as well?
You bet your sweet ass.
And now we enter the set of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
It's great to see that they finally found where they're mining all the cocaine this film has been taken from. Base.
Oh my god! Look, he's got his little evil house. He's got the mine and he's got his little evil house where he plans all his evil things.
I need to be alone in my evil house.
If you'll excuse me, I'll be in my evil house.
Thinking evilly.
He puts on, just hear like metal blare from his house quietly.
Yes.
For whom the bell tolls.
They walk in and he's got like some kind of...
Time marches on.
They walk in and he's got some kind of Satanist hat on.
Yeah. It's like... You can't see that, guys, but I did a really funny face just then.
Where are you up to?
Just believe me, I did.
I've considered strangling puppies. Not a good business model.
I mean, it would make about as much sense as the plan he's got. I like how they're all wearing suits even when they're in a mine.
Yeah.
I mean, you can... I know it's the 80s and you're all probably yuppies high off your absolute tits on coke, but take the suits off for a minute, Patrick Bateman. Jesus Christ. Bond, do you like Huey Lewis in the news?
Their early work's a bit rough around the edges, but by the time they get to sport, things really start picking up.
This mission is dedicated to them. Huey, this one's for you, baby. I think that undisputed masterpiece is hip to be square. Now let's just unveil our evil sheet. Does everything have to be evil? Yes. Can't be an evil plan without an evil map.
Yes.
Which has, lights on it and things. So you can see what you're, going to do.
You can sync it up to a CD so that it can flash in time with the music.
A CD? What the hell's that?
Compact disc.
Oh my
It's like
god.
Tiny vinyl.
You could fit 12 songs on that thing.
That's amazing. One side, no flipping. Oh no, not electric dynamite.
What's electric dynamite?
It's like normal dynamite, but electric.
It's like a normal dynamite, but it's evil.
Yes.
Okay, whatever you just said, I don't know what it meant, but I'll do it. Meanwhile, in the Joe Pesci movie Gone Fishing,
Hey, I caught a fucking fish.
someone died on the set of that film.
Oh, sorry, let me correct. Hey, I caught a fucking fish. There's a dead guy.
Someone actually died on the set of the Danny Glover Joe Pesci vehicle Gone Fishing.
Right.
Someone died on that.
What
Can you
of?
believe that? Well, I think it was a stunt. There's a
Yeah.
bit in the film where a speedboat goes over a thing,
Hmm.
and I think some stunt lady crashed and died.
Oh, blimey.
I just wanted to bring the tone of the commentary down a bit to bum us all out.
I mean,
really.
in fairness, it's been all over the place so far, so...
Yeah. I think now is an excellent time, by the way, to talk about Zorin's plan.
Yes.
So Zorin wants to... This is such a plot hole that Roger Ebert based almost the entirety of his 1985 review around this. So it bears mentioning.
Yes.
So Zorin's plan, what does he want to do? He's going to use a bomb to create an earthquake, and that earthquake is going to destroy Silicon Valley. And when he destroys Silicon Valley, that means he's going to have a monopoly. I'm turning into Chris Walken. He's going to have a monopoly on the microchip market and make all the money.
Great.
There's just one problem with that. They don't make microchips in Silicon Valley. They make them in Asia. So they don't make microchips in Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is a place of like development, research, entrepreneurism, whatever you want to call it.
Mm.
It's not where they get made. So if Zorin destroys Silicon Valley, he's not destroying his competitors, he's destroying his customers.
Yes.
He'd have been better off if he nuked the entirety of the country of Japan. And then or China. And then that way he might have some chance. But even if he destroyed Silicon Valley, he wouldn't have a monopoly in the microchip business. What would happen is the market would probably go crash for a few weeks. Then it would go back up again when everyone realised, oh, but microchips still exist.
Yes.
He hasn't wiped microchips as a concept off the planet, which is what he's apparently trying to do. Ben,
you're only making me love this film more.
What I'm saying is his plan makes zero sense. It wouldn't work.
Yes, but...
If I was Bond, I wouldn't even bother trying to stop it.
What you got to bear in mind is he's a psychopath who isn't necessarily rationalising on a normal human nature.
But you're not meant to think that in the film. You're not meant to think his plan would fail. In the film, the stakes are Bond has to stop Silicon Valley from being destroyed.
Very true.
But it doesn't make any sense. And plus, he's trying to use a bomb to start an earthquake, which would not work.
No.
You could fire a nuke under the San Andreas fault and it wouldn't cause an earthquake. The San Andreas fault is fucking massive. And it's not even a nuclear bomb, it's just a normal bomb.
Mm. Oh, God.
It makes a sort of anti-sense. Maybe that's the thing.
Maybe it's just the... I mean, at this point, if you're questioning the logistics of this film, after Roger Moore skied down a mountain to California Girls, they had a fight on the Eiffel Tower, M called Bond a cunt.
But in previous films, the plans, outlandish as they may have been, like, even Hugo Drax in Moonraker, who wanted to repopulate the world using blonde ladies. But this plan is... The reason it's crazy is because the last third of the film, this last act, hinges on that. But it doesn't work if you know that they don't make microchips in Silicon Valley. The whole film is based on that premise. That's nonsense. It'd be like if I was opening a fast food restaurant and instead of bombing farms so that no one could make meat, I bombed McDonald's. Restaurants. What would happen? It would be bad, but then McDonald's would go, okay, we'll build more restaurants.
I mean, I'd be quite upset for a couple of weeks if there was one in my area.
I'm just using that as an example of like why Zorin's plan is just like for a guy who's meant to be a leading industrialist who runs this $1 billion company, he hasn't thought about his evil plan in any way, shape, or form by the sounds of it.
No, maybe it was just something he came up with in the bath. Get rid of Silicon Valley. What? Get rid of it.
Maybe he was playing the 1996 N64 game Space Station Silicon Valley and just thought that would be a good idea for a thing.
Maybe it was just like, you know how Prince at like 2 a.m. would go, it's 2 a.m, I want a camel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's just what he was like.
That would make more sense. I'm going to nuke all the camels. I'm going to get a monopoly on the camel market.
Think about it. Humps filled with water.
He could end any sentence with that. Think about it.
What does that mean?
Don't you see?
If you don't get it, you're not as smart as me.
And now I'm just going to kill all my henchmen for no apparent reason. Roger Moore cited this, by the way, as an example of why he left the franchise.
Oh, yeah.
This coming up with Zorin machine gunning everyone.
Yeah.
That was part of his reason he cited for leaving the franchise.
Oh.
Because he thought it was too violent and too over the top.
Didn't the last film, didn't Moonraker feature a scene where like all of Drax's guards get sucked into the vacuum of space?
Well, yeah, but they don't... That was because... that was Bond's doing. This is the baddie's doing.
Oh, right. So when Bond does it, it's fine.
No, here's my interpretation of his statement. I think that he was using that as a sort of straw... Camel's back? Meat straw sort of situation.
Yeah.
Where he was going to leave anyway, but I think he just wasn't happy in general with the tone of that sequence.
The direction of the series.
Yeah, he felt it was getting too violent and he just had enough. But what I'm saying is, it was a case of like, oh, that's just like any excuse. Get a top off somehow.
Oh, bloody hell.
What?
The fog has dropped outside, dear listeners, on the Comedy Dining Experience. It looks like Silent Hill out there at the minute.
Does it? James! Have take a drink every time. Take a drink every time we see Roger Moore's stunt double, and every time Tanya Roberts goes, James!
You would be dead by now.
I have been doing.
Ha ha ha. Shoot you.
I've been playing my own private drinking game without telling you. Those are the drinking games I like. The ones I make up myself.
Best drinking games, the ones you play at home. Into the water you go. Ha ha ha.
See, I don't think this bit's... It's gratuitous, but obviously, but
I don't think it's out of place.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that he's gleefully laughing as he does it.
Yeah.
I'm so evil. Ah, death.
Oh, hang on. 8:30. Time for my warm milk and cookies break.
It's so stupid.
It's really hard to look intimidating when your vehicle to escape only goes at 2 miles an hour. Blofeld learnt that in You Only Live Twice.
Yeah. See, even that wouldn't work.
Lemon curry?
We'll just throw our hats on the ground. Regardless of the environmental consequences.
I did say to you during this, it would be really cool to get one of those Zinger flight jackets that they've got.
That's very cold of Bond. You're not the only one. Well, he may have drowned you, but he drowned others. Fuck you.
Don't think you're special.
Don't think you're special just because you can do some kicks.
I made love to him last night too.
And you know what? He was better than you.
Yeah.
He was gentle but firm.
He offered better aftercare.
I mean, this is probably how a blimp works, right?
Yeah.
Does someone need his nap? Yeah, I suppose. You're like Roger Moore. You need your afternoon nap. If only that Grace Jones would turn her fucking stereo off. Oh. So here's Zorin's evil blimp.
Yes. It's called the Zwiffer.
It's called the Zwepplin. Oh, the humanity.
Oh no, not Jenny.
Not that character who had 2 lines.
Not Totty.
Or was that her? That was a character name.
Yes. Totty Big Bangs.
I'm so fucking off. I've lost the fucking plot.
We'll take the spruce goose.
There's a shot coming up in the final showdown that I find so funny. I'll play it up when it comes because it's so fucking stupid.
Please do.
What are you doing?
Opening the window.
Dan's having a bit of an episode here, ladies and gentlemen. He's getting very restless. I think the film's upset him.
This film has gone on for too long. I need my evening nap.
There's an ADR line there, I assume.
Nothing in the world can stop me now.
I mean, he'd murder all those people who work in Silicon Valley, which is obviously bad, but it wouldn't do. It wouldn't do what he intends it to do. So ultimately, it would just be pointless murder.
Yes. Boobies.
It's been one trapped.
Lower the crane.
Sorry,
Bond, lower the crane.
I know we have to stop a bomb, but let's just dwell on that for a moment. I think it's okay. We've got time. Why have you opened the window to the November cold?
Because the room was getting a bit hot.
And dropped the temperature by about 40 degrees.
Would you like to pinch my Super Mario blanket for warmth?
Now here's the scene where Bond does that thing that you do in arcades, where you get the claw and you You get the little plushie of SpongeBob.
This is the official Bond version of that bit in Never Say Never where they were shooting lasers at each other.
Except that was more believable.
Yes.
Because video games exist.
I mean, in fairness, she did pick a fellow up with relative ease about an hour ago, so this should be fine for her.
Yeah. She also pushed a car into a lake. Jumped off the Eiffel Tower. It's fair to say she is Superman.
She shouldn't have a problem with this.
Yeah. And I can't picture a 96-year-old man being that heavy.
No. He mainly eats scrambled eggs, so...
Is this a good time to mention my polyps? Watch out for my piles, won't you?
See,
They ache like fuck.
Now that you've mentioned that Grace Jones and Roger Moore didn't get on set, I'm just imagining like a Betty and Thingy, Betty Davis and what's her name? They were both in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Oh,
Joan Crawford.
Search me. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, Betty and Thingy feud.
As Dan puts it, the Betty and Thingy feud.
Yes.
Joan Crawford.
Yes, Joan Crawford, Betty and Joan
Davis. Yeah. Thank you, Bond, for reminding the audience of what's happening.
It's all right. He's being very considerate for the people who have dementia who are the same age as him in the audience.
Just fucking pick it up and throw it out the thing.
Swap it with me. I'm old. Get Zorin for me.
Nothing except something incredibly improbable could stop this.
She could have jumped off.
Oh
any
my
time
god,
now.
something incredibly improbable.
Literally could have been jumping off at any time.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was a stupid death.
I didn't know you wrote the script.
I did.
Well, that was a Bond. Just cut to Bond. That was pointless.
Could have jumped off any time.
And we could have bonked some more.
As soon as it went through that tunnel, she could have jumped whenever.
She could have joined me and Charlie's Angel in the shower.
Yes. We could have had a nice time. I bet you Grace Jones was so happy that this was the last bit of the film.
James. Oh, James.
Oh, you could totally do shots every time she says James.
James. The tower, the city hall sequence alone would be like a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Alone.
Oh, I like that swelling version of the View to Kill theme.
That's what I mean. John Barry takes a pretty crap film and he elevates it by his incredible... Oh, come on! That blimp was going at like 1 mile an hour. She could have easily run from that. That is fucking stupid.
I'm just hearing the Donkey Kong theme.
I could have outrun that fucking thing. I'm fat as fuck. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Spider-Man, that's whatever a spider can. The sight of 84-year-old Roger hanging off the blimp. See, that's what I mean. Is like his plan is foiled. His bomb went off. Silicon Valley is still there, and he's still going. I'm so evil. I literally don't give a shit anymore.
Ooh. Oh, that sorted his hemorrhoids
Oh,
out.
there's Officer Kowalski, or whatever he was called.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
Is that James Stock Bond, James Bond?
I don't think any other Bond film is going to live up to this.
They get better than this.
Oh, sorry, what I meant to say. I don't think any other Bond is going to live down to this.
Oh, don't worry. We're not totally out of cheesy crap realm.
Wacky Bond.
We're not quite out of wacky world just yet. It may come in a different flavour to this, but we're not quite out of it yet. Dead. He's dead.
Yes.
He's dead. Dead. Deaf. Die. Right, sure. Ladies and gentlemen, we are into the Who Gives a Fuck zone.
Professor Nazi.
Professor Schnitzel German.
Get out of the blimp and cut the rope.
Professor Sauerkraut Schnitzel Germ. I think what you want.
Professor Deutschland.
Kill him.
Gotta get off the blimp and cut the rope for us so we can get away.
Oh, God.
See, if Jaws was here right now, he wouldn't have put up with this.
By Jaws, you mean the shark?
Yes.
Just flying through the air. Hey there, Jawsy boy. Flying through the air so fancy free. That's... Oh, Jesus Christ. That front projection was terrible.
Good Lord.
Even in 1985, you would have looked at that and gone, he's not there.
No.
Still, get off him, you beast. Oh.
Finally.
Oh, no, Hitler can't take his seatbelt off.
Finally. My calling.
That's what made the Russians win the war. Oh,
Mein Führer. I can walk.
Oh, fuck, they killed Hitler.
Oh, no.
What are we going to do now?
They saved Hitler's son.
Was that the alternate name of the film?
Yes.
A View to a Kill, brackets, or they saved Hitler's son.
Yes. Oh no, you hit my best man. The fire extinguisher.
Good grief.
Choppy time.
I'm sorry for the rustling of cans, but I feel it only adds to the atmosphere of this film.
Oh, yes.
Somehow.
Should point out Ben bought a bag of tins for the special occasion.
Because I knew we were watching
Yes.
this. Jesus Christ, and this like I said before, I know I keep saying this, it's a fucking refrain, but this industrialist is now fucking fighting Bond on the top of the Golden Gate Bridge with an axe.
Whilst a blimp is stuck on the side of the
Like a cross
bridge.
between Jack Nicholson, Patrick Bateman, and the Green fucking Goblin.
I don't understand why you could question how great this film is. Literally not been a minute where I've been bored.
Oh, God. Well, you didn't really fall asleep during the scene where they were machine gunning everyone in the mine.
I can assure you that was out of heat rather than lack of enjoyment.
Well, you are an old man.
I am. I'm nearly 250 years old.
Not quite as old as Roger Moore.
No. We're getting there.
My son! My only son! Even when he's about to die, he's laughing. I would have loved a shot of like him just laughing as he fell.
See,
Death!
the one thing that was missing for me on this bit was just a shot of him falling from like this perspective of him looking straight down, like RoboCop.
Yeah.
You know, with complete with plasticine arms and legs.
And they couldn't get the effect in that. They couldn't get the effect in that shot right in RoboCop, so they would have really fucked it up in this.
That would have been great.
His arms would have been about 4 foot.
Yes.
Now, coming up is the shot I mentioned earlier, which I find so funny. It's like fucking...
We've now gone full Looney Tunes.
Zorin Industries, a subsidiary of Acme. Is that... Look at that.
It needs to be a GIF.
Hey guys, remember from Rush with Love? Remember the serious Cold War spy thriller from Russia with Love? Now cut to German man with a monocle holding dynamite while going, ha 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 ha! I will blow you up! Oh, grief. And everyone in San Francisco died. Because I'm fairly sure if a blimp blows up... Oh, the humanity. Oh, grief.
You could say he couldn't stand his head for heights.
Well, he always did have an inflated opinion. Oh, I've already said that one. Never mind.
Something to do with the Hindenburg, you know.
Hinden, fuck you now.
Yeah.
And then it ends with Bond getting the Order of Lenin.
Getting indoctrinated into the Communist Party.
Look at Tory man. He's like, what? This is most outrageous.
How dare they?
You are most outrageous man. I shoot you now in this office.
He has to leave, and all you can hear is slammed doors for about 5 doors, and then a very loud "God Save the Queen," but very muffled. Ah, poor Moneypenny.
Poor Moneypenny. Speaking of which, they have
K9.
It's fucking
K9.
Snoopy Snoop.
Do.
Hello, it's me, old pervert. Remember, I'm in the film too.
Remember me? I invented the jam trousers. Oh.
This shot of him, this fisheye lens of him coming to the corridor is like the opening of a porno.
And this was the day Q discovered
leering
the
in.
art of voyeurism.
Just leering. Oh, God. Well, I guess he made M watch him shag in the last 3 films, so it's only fair that he gets Q. It's only fair that Q gets a go now. Ew. Don't talk about soap.
That's not soap.
Oh, shut up. Oh, fuck off. Thing is, right, I know that it's a Bond film.
What is that reaction?
Oh. I know it's meant to be, oh, that Bond.
Yeah.
Eh? That Bond.
Good.
But it does look like Q's enjoying the sight of...
Getting a little bit flustered.
And this film literally ends with Roger Moore throwing in the towel.
Oh, God.
Get it?
Yes.
Here's the thing, right? Because, like, all through the film, Bond hasn't really shown any romantic or sexual interest in Stacy Sutton, apart from their little conversation at the horse racing bit. But his relationship to her was very paternal throughout, like the way he looked over as she slept with the fucking gun in his hand. And then right at the end, because I guess they thought, oh, we have to end it with him having sex, because it's Bond film.
We can't have him not necking.
So, yeah.
I mean, the alternate ending, which we didn't see here, was he actually went back to Chinatown and found the nearest underground brothel. It was just Q, basically.
Well, I've got the girls.
Yes.
I've got to get my end away somehow.
It just ends with him in a Viagra den, just pumped full.
Q, you're still about to come here. Where's your robot dog? Good boy. Where's the cat? Oh, that's a pussy I'd like to find. Ha ha ha. Just silence now. Shocked, stunned silence while the credits roll.
Just as we work through the processing what we have just witnessed.
We can't sway until we dance into the fire. Question mark. Fatal kiss.
Dance into the fire?
Dance into the fire. But then that bit doesn't have a question mark. Sack the subtitles.
Ah, no, because you see, the first time it was a question, but the second time it was stated as a matter of fact. So it's dance into the fire.
So now the narrator has established that, yes, we are dancing into the fire.
And that a fatal kiss is all we need. It'd be a bit like if you said, dance into the fire, and I went, dance into the fire.
Ah, it's a reassurance.
But will James Bond be back?
California Girls, written by Brian Wilson.
Courtesy of Adrian Baker, performed by Gidea Park.
Who are they?
No idea.
Okay.
All of the characters and narrative of this film are fictitious.
Wait, what? But I thought this was a documentary. Thanks to Sheriff of Hoffen.
God, I'm so glad that James Bond stopped that earthquake in San Francisco. But will James Bond return?
If it wasn't for that, Dan, we wouldn't have Apple Macs.
James Bond will return. But when will he? What will he return in?
They've stopped doing the individual titles now, so now they just say James Bond will return. I think on Octopussy was the last time they did the will return in.
A View to a Kill.
Now they just, from now on, it'll just say James Bond will return.
Oh. I've probably got their hands burnt there with the For Your Eyes Only thing, so it probably made sense.
Well, I mean, they're still doing it now, up to 2021. They still do their James Bond will return. It's still a tradition.
Always good. So, that was A View to a Kill. Ben, what would you rate it out of 10?
I would rate it 11 Christopher Walkens out of 10.
Great.
And I'd throw in a little horse tranquilizer so Bond can stop the horses from getting to him, because they were getting a little wild in that first scene earlier.
So are you actually giving it an 11 out of 10?
I'm giving it a. Okay, I'm going to rate it a. I'm going to rate it a butterfly out of 10.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw in a little quiche for all you Bond heads out there
little
to enjoy.
Cabinet de quiche.
Well, Bond and Stacy Sutton have a little quiche while they discuss what to do about the evil Max Zorin.
Hmm.
You actually keep track of this.
Yeah.
Good grief.
I'm going to rate it for you.
You can't do that.
I'm going to say that you gave it a 4 out of 10.
Well, that's fraud. You can't do that. How do you rate how much a butterfly's worth?
Based on the flap of its wings. I'm going to give this film a 9 out of 10.
Doesn't shock me.
I thought that this was a really good film. I genuinely enjoyed it. Thought it was really good fun.
Like how the DVD menu has the bit where Bond almost gets his balls ripped off by the antenna.
Yes.
That's watch this film because of these great moments, and it's got that in it.
This is the time that he nearly got castrated. Probably the best moment for Bond you could possibly have.
I think for the DVD menu, they should have done away with the typical Bond Blu-ray theme, of the silver gun barrel and the things, and just have a man screaming. And when you go on the options, they don't work. The screams just get louder. Even if you turn it down, the screams still somehow get louder on your television.
I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. Ben is obtusely choosing to rate it butterfly out of 10.
You say obtusely. We have to agree to disagree there, but...
Well, what does butterfly translate to in a numerical value for you?
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, I'd say 5 out of 10.
Well, it's not.
Okay, is it 6?
No.
7?
No.
8?
No.
9?
No.
10?
No.
1?
No.
2?
No.
3?
No.
4?
No.
Oh. 11?
No.
12?
No.
0?
No.
What is it then?
See you later, kids.